What's going on, YouTube techies? This is your boy Alpha. Just wanted to go ahead and do a follow up to the unboxing that I did yesterday. So I've had some time to play around with this, the the Pixel XL, I was about to say graphite, like the 6P, which was graphite, but this is the quite black version, and for the most part, I've enjoyed using it. There's some pros and cons that I just kind of like to go over and just kind of give you a highlight of what I've experienced so far. So right off gate, I'm really impressed with the screen. The screen is pretty vibrant, it's bright, and I keep my brightness, I'd say probably about 45% or so. You can see right there, it's not even 50%. And for the most part, it is really snappy. Like this thing can just go in and out of apps like no problem. No problems there. Battery life is also much better than what I expected it to be. Yesterday I took it out of the box and I was just talking with Jay Will. If you haven't checked his videos out, check out Jay Williams. His channel, he actually had the same experience that I did, from the first charge, not the first full charge, but the first initial charge out of the box. I got about a little bit over 4 hours on screen time, just from using the box until, using the phone out of the box until when I charged it about 2:30 in the morning. And so that was about 4 hours screen on time, which is honestly was more than what I was expecting. So I realized if I got good enough battery then, how well would it perform on a full charge? So on the full charge here's what I'm sitting at right now. I'm about to probably put this thing back on the charger for a little bit. But here's what I'm sitting at. I'm getting like 5 hours and 50 minutes screen on time right now. So I'm almost at 6 hours. So I'll probably be at 6 hours by the time I charge it. And for the most part, like I said, once again, I've enjoyed using this phone. I mean, the snappiness, the screen quality. I'm honestly kind of torn with the screen. I don't know if this screen is, it's pretty close to like the Note 7. The Note 7 is the best screen that I've ever seen on any mobile phone so far. But this is really close. It's a close second. Um, and the fingerprint sensor is pretty fast. Nowadays, most phones can nail this. So I'll show this to you. Boom, boom, and and it's the fingerprint sensor should be fast. Um, and then also, I haven't really had enough time to really play with the Google Assistant like that to really, uh, I haven't really thrown a whole lot of commands at it to really find out what it's capable of. But the Google Assistant is a cool feature from what I've used so far. Um, Also, next thing, the camera. I haven't taken that many pictures to really give an opinion about it, but the camera, for the most part, it doesn't let down. It's not a terrible camera. Everybody, Google, of course, is tooting that this is the best camera, the best thing since sliced bread. I will be putting the camera through its paces, and I'll probably do another video on what you think about the camera and what I think about the camera, and I'll share it with you, and I'll be certainly glad to get your input too. But build quality also is pretty good. Build quality is built, as the commercial says, Ford tough. So you're not gonna break this phone. I have no worries about this phone bending in my pocket or anything. Of course, with the being that it's made by Google, that G on the back of it, this unit has a G on it. But anyways, um, and then you have this massive, massive chin on the front. This thing is big. I mean, this is something that should have gone 12 rounds in the ring with Joe Frazier. I mean, this thing has a professional boxer's chin. Google could have did something to kind of minimize that. But the single, and then also here's my cons. I've got a few cons here. These are all for the most part nitpicky. Um, the cons I have with this phone, uh, as I mentioned, these are small and these are just really petty. It may not bother you, not a deal breaker or anything. But one thing I guess I have found with the Google Assistant is, and I shared a post earlier, and this is the post I had on Google Plus, where Told Google Assistant to read my messages. And this is a first world problem, I know. And it says I can't read messages yet. And so she can't read text messages. That's fine. But this was a feature that was on the Google Nexus 6P. And, you know, considering the price of this phone, why would you take features out that were pretty helpful? So I don't know. That was Google's call on that one. Um, and then also no lift to wake feature. The only time that you'll see the screen light up with the ambient display mode is if anytime a notification comes in. There's no like, okay, I should have put my phone in. Should have put my phone in. Should have put my phone in airplane mode so I wouldn't have got a call. But so for the most part, I am impressed with the phone. Just a couple things that I just didn't like, that the Google Assistant feature, the no lift to wake, and then the bottom firing speaker. That is kind of disappointing. I almost, after doing that Moto Z Play review, I kind of want to just throw a speaker mod on this thing and get a better speaker. But either way, overall, it's a solid phone still, and I'm really impressed with it. I normally like Google devices anyway, all of the Google phones that have come out in the past, and I expect the performance to be top notch, and that's exactly what I'm getting here. Only qualm is that I wish the price was lower, and I think that's pretty widely known on the internet that everybody's been talking about the price of this thing, and it is pretty expensive. So, all right, well, just stay tuned. I will have a review, and I'll have some more other smaller impression videos on this phone as far as camera, other gaming, maybe iPhone, the iPhone Siri versus uh, Google Assistant. We'll see. Just stay tuned, and I'll be having some more videos out. Like, share, subscribe. Take care.